Oil and a large order front run, no chart. You don't need a chart for this type of trade, but what you do need is an understanding of the criteria of a trade. So, we got a front run, this one is in oil. So what do we need to be seeing for this front run trade? Well, this is what I call a moving front run. So, what you want to see, for explanation points, this is a move down. So you're going to see the large order come on the offer. So what you want to see is a large order to start with. Ideally, with trend. So there's two criteria. So we're in a downtrend already in oil. You're now looking, well, in this case, you get a large order. The large order is on the offer. So we've seen that large order. You're now thinking, right, I can front run this. How are you going to front run it? Hit market to sell ahead of the large order. What else is going to help you? Movement. The large order falls or gets dragged down. So large order starts off at one price. As it doesn't get filled, it moves lower and lower and lower to try and get filled. So the fact that it's moving is basically showing you that if you get in, likely the large order is then going to go beyond where you enter, meaning that you've got a stop, which is a minimum of hitting into the large order to get out. So exit the trade as well, because we've seen the criteria to enter. Get the large order with trend, it starts to move. This is where you hit market sell. Exiting the trade. You've got one of two options. Option one, large order hits market. So what happens is the large order decides, right, not getting filled, sitting on the offer, just sell it. What this creates usually is a splash down. When you get that quick splash, that's where you want to exit, because once the large order's done its trade, market then typically comes back, because ultimately the only move is because that large order executing. Alternatively, market trades into it. What happens there is the large order moves down, so it might move down a few prices to the point that the market then decides, well, actually, now that we're down here, this is worth buying now. So the market now starts to buy into it. This is what we're going to see. And what we're also going to see is from the initial move down, the market then, it does dip, but it finds buying below. And this is another thing you can look for. That if you get buying below the large order, so it's willing then to buy it, trade into the large order, trade into the large order, eventually the large order diminishes and the market then moves higher. So you can actually end up getting in or even out before that large order gets filled and into a long position. So let's go and have a look at this playing through. So this is oil today, this is part of the move down, and we're getting down towards the 56.64 level. So at the moment, not a great deal to do, and this is the thing with a large order, unless you're watching the ladder, that nothing's going to tell you on a chart. There we go, snap down. No large order just yet, but you should be alert. We've just snapped down 10 ticks, there's clearly some selling in this. Now we get 700 on the offer, on the back of another move down. So this is where you'd be looking, get in at market. The order's moved now, so we've moved from 55s down to 50s. Now it's starting to get traded into. So if you got short originally at 52s and maybe you added as it moved down, the fact that the market's now trading into it is a sign this perhaps isn't going to work. Little bit preemptive to go against, but look, it's traded 500 into this 700 and this order's not moving anymore. The seller here has realised that they're getting this at that price, so they don't need to keep on pushing lower. But what's also happening is buying is starting to absorb down here. It's not letting it drop any further. So anyone who is short is now potentially looking at this thinking, right, this could be the end of a larger move, the final push down, final panic sell from a 700 lot, time to take your profit. Now you start seeing we're down towards 90 or 100. That order's not growing, so it looks like that's it. That's all they've got to do. Get that 700 done and they're out of the way. So if we start trading back through 50, this market then goes up. Everyone who's front run it has to come out. And there we go, trades through, jumps up 52s. You've got low volume node there at 54, so that could be an area to target as well. Not necessarily looking for a huge move, and this is the thing with a large order. This is an opportunistic trade. The order appeared, you sell 52, it can't create any further move, you're getting out around 47, so you've got 5 ticks in it. It's not huge, but the fact that it then gets absorbed here, and that, just play it again, and the large order is starting to diminish, well, this is where you can then try and get long and try and take those 5 ticks back. It's not massive, but this is opportunistic, and if you're not watching the ladder, you don't get this chance. You know, there's nothing on a chart that's going to say a large order will come in here, a large order is going to do this, going to do that. This is all about seeing it on the ladder, reacting to the way it moves, the fact that it shifted down with trend, and then you got number 2 for the exit. The market starts trading into it. This should be a clue that you don't want to be trying to stay in this anymore. If market can fall and then find buyers who are willing to buy into that bit of size, that's showing you that the move is potentially over. Right, keep your eyes out for some of these, particularly on the larger moves as well. When you get these fast moves down, particularly towards the end of moves, you often get this panic final flush of selling, which can show up as a large order that chases. Watch out for that, 1 for the front run, but 2 also for the counter trend move, the hit into the large order and let the market bounce back.